This is Valley News Live at 9 on Fargo CW.
I was a little terrified that this was actually real. I'm still kind of concerned that it might be real.
It's bothersome enough to get calls from unknown numbers, but when the caller leaves a message threatening your arrest, it becomes alarming. Valley News Team's Molly Casey talks with a woman who got one of these messages and what you should know if you get one of these calls yourself.
We are issuing an arrest warrant on your name.
Those are the words no one wants to hear, especially on an automated voicemail from the IRS, and it left Laura Salk shaken.
Are the police going to show up with a warrant?
The number came from a Washington, D.C. area code, and a Google search didn't turn up any warnings, so it seemed legitimate, and she called it back.
He said, well, when did you file taxes last? And I said, well, if you're the IRS, you should know that.
And then the call disconnected. Salk waited for the man to call back, but he didn't. Calls like these
You had tried to do a fraud with the IRS Internal Revenue Service.
aren't new. According to the IRS website, scammers make millions of dollars each year by posing as the IRS. These callers use threats like,
IRS is filing a lawsuit on your name because.
and often demand payment immediately. But the IRS doesn't call consumers. They use old-fashioned mail and wait for consumers to call them. Salk says she's still nervous about the call and plans to check in on her filing soon.
I might call the IRS and check on to make sure that there's no issues.
From Twin Valley, Molly Casey, Valley News Live.
So if you receive a message like this, you can report the number on the FTC online complaint form and then check the status of your taxes with the IRS. We've got a link to that posted along with this story on valleynewslive.com. Coming up after yesterday's viral rant involving a Fargo woman and a group of Somali American women, we've got good news, the story of their reunion. Plus, if you're tired of cleaning up the litter box, a new product promises to keep you from scooping the poop. So does it really work? We put the Swift away to the test. But first, Robert, it's a nearly perfect night outside. We're wondering how the rest of our evening looks.
Yeah, a nice evening out there. A pretty nice sunset out there as we take a live look outside on the Coronado.com Valley Skycam, part of the Storm Team Skycam network, but some high cloudiness off towards the west, kind of shrouding the last couple of minutes of that sunset tonight. 74 right now after topping out in the mid 80s earlier today. Winds are calm and they'll remain rather light as we head through the overnight hours. Temperatures across the board mainly into the 70s, a touch cooler over in the Bemidji area, 69 degrees there, and not too much warmer, 70 over in Wadena. Winds, as mentioned, light, variable. They're going to stay rather light. In fact, are calm in many locations, and we'll continue to see those light winds today and tonight. But tomorrow, we'll see those winds kicking up out of the south of that around 5 to 15 miles per hour. Clouds have pretty much cleared out of our eastern counties, but you saw some of those high clouds streaming in from the west, and we'll see some high cloudiness for the next few hours, but a lot of this should go away as we head through the overnight hours. Underneath what clouds we do have, no precipitation out there. None anticipated as we head through tonight, and Friday looks to be mainly dry. Could see an isolated shower, maybe a weak thunderstorm pop up later on in the day. Some showers and thunderstorms weakening in southwestern portions of South Dakota and still remaining rather strong in western parts of Nebraska. Some of these have been severe warned. Still one severe thunderstorm warning out there for at times hail as large as 2 to 3 inches in diameter and 70-mile-per-hour winds. Also down to the southwest, some showers and thunderstorms roaming through the southern portion of the Rockies and the southeastern U.S., the Tennessee and Ohio Valley. Also seeing some showers and storms making their way off towards the northeast. For us, as we head through the rest of tonight, could see an isolated shower storm well out towards the west. Bit of high cloudiness for a while, but again, that starts to go away, especially as we head towards tomorrow morning. Now, as we go through the day tomorrow, we're going to see quite a bit of sunshine, but some pop-up clouds like we had today, and one or two of those could produce an isolated sprinkle or a very weak thunderstorm out there. The better chances for that will be well off towards the west and again in far northern portions of Minnesota. Here in Fargo, though, I think we stay dry. We'll start off the day in the low 60s, a rapid warm-up by lunchtime into the lower 80s, and then we're going to be flirting with 90 by the end of the day, 89 degrees with some southerly breezes. Picture of the day, a gorgeous shot sent in by Linda. Thanks so much for the sunset clouds near Blanchard. We're going to use that as the background to our 7-day forecast, and again, it looks quiet, mainly on Friday. Better chances for some late-day showers and storms late Saturday, lingering on into the first part of Sunday. Warm over the weekend, hot on Monday. Slightly cooler Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday with a chance of storms both Tuesday and Wednesday.
But it is so incredibly hard when you have a night like this. You're just hoping it's Friday because it's so beautiful.
It feels
outside.
like a Friday for
Doesn't
some
it?
reason. Yeah, I don't know why, but
Well,
we got
it's
one
the
more
weather.
Friday to go.
Dang it,
Yeah.
Robert. No, it's fine. We'll make it through.
You got it.
Well, we've got an update on a story we brought to you yesterday that went viral worldwide. Amber Hensley was captured on camera saying, quote, "We are going to kill all of you," to multiple Somali American women in a Fargo parking lot. She was referring to Muslim people. Now, Hensley sent us a Facebook message apologizing, adding that one of the women swore at her too. She was later fired from her job as a result of the video's traction online. Today, Fargo police posted this picture on its Facebook page of Hensley and the two women, saying they have all expressed regret regarding their interaction in language with each other. Fargo Police Chief David Todd added that he thanks them for allowing police to facilitate the process. Stutsman County authorities are looking for a fugitive with several warrants out for his arrest. 42-year-old Robert Lee is wanted on several arrest warrants, including felony possession of controlled substance and drug paraphernalia. Lee is 5 feet 11 inches tall and weighs around 220 pounds with brown eyes and black hair. Now, he currently has a suspended driver's license, and it's unknown what vehicle he could be using. Officials say Lee could either be hiding in Jamestown or Carrington. The public is urged to use caution if he's spotted and to call 911 immediately. Fargo police are putting out a notification about a high-risk sex offender now living in the area. They say 31-year-old Daniel Grinder is now living at 734 College Street North. Grinder was convicted of 3 felony counts of gross sexual imposition for encounters with girls under the age of 15. And you might remember this, but the boat stuck in the Red River that led to the rescue of 2 men on Tuesday. It's now been pulled out. A team from the Fargo and Moorhead fire departments and some local tow companies, they worked together to get the boat off the rocks and out of the water this afternoon. Officials said they expected the boat to weigh around 1,800 pounds, but the process went pretty smoothly and quick. And while the start of the school in Minnesota is still well over a month away, fines for passing school buses go up dramatically starting August 1st. The Minnesota legislature passed a $200 increase in fines for passing a bus with its lights and stop arm deployed. The fine goes from $300 all the way up to $500. And Moorhead buses are equipped with rear-facing cameras too, so that way buses will be able to turn in vehicles they see passing them when they're stopped. And while law enforcement have been cracking down on texting behind the wheel, there are still plenty of drivers out there doing it. Technology companies are trying to do something about it. With Apple's newest update, they're going to be adding a new feature to the iPhone. It's called Do Not Disturb While Driving, and it will block text messages while also trying to keep you from being distracted. There are apps available right now that you can download to help you or your kids kick that habit. It's a product that is supposed to help you save money and making cleaning up after your feline friend easy. But does it really work? Valley News Team's Ashley Bishop finds out.
Having a cat can bring lots of joy, but also mess, especially for Natasha Ulrich, who has 2 cats, Little Kitty and Rue.
They are very, very picky with their litter boxes, so if I don't have them clean all the time, they will be just like making messes. Like they'll just spray litter all over the place because they're mad.
Ulrich says she cleans the box about every 2 days and dreads the whole process.
It just smells bad and the litter gets everywhere.
But an As Seen on TV product says you no longer have to scoop the poop.
No one loves scooping smelly, messy litter boxes. Introducing Sift Away, the amazing new self-cleaning litter box that's spotless in seconds.
Sift Away is a 3 interlocking grated plastic tray which allows the clean litter to go through and the poop and urine to be caught in the first tray. You empty it and place it under the trays and you're done. Ulrich was excited to put it to the test, hoping it would save her time and money.
It would be super convenient.
It only took seconds to put the box together.
It says alternate the tabs to create a solid base.
We filled it with litter, then waited for Little Kitty and Rue to do their thing. 2 days later, the box needed clean. Ulrich lifted and sifted like the commercial said.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like it's working pretty well.
She started to dump it out of the Sift Away and noticed a problem.
Yeah, it's like stuck in, like you can see it come through the back of the grates.
Urine clogged the grates. Ulrich grabbed a scooper and tried pushing the remaining mess through the grates.
But I mean, this is gonna take longer to go through every single little grate, especially when this has to go like on the very bottom now, so like the bottom of this is going to be touching the floor.
But the scooper didn't get into the grates as well either.
You need like a Q-tip. It didn't save me any time. You know, it's supposed to save you time and it completely didn't.
We also learned if you pick up the second layer to get the smaller clumps, you will lose all the litter in the box.
I'd give it like a C-.
Ulrich says she's going back to the old way and using her scooper. In Fargo, Ashley Bishop, Valley News Live.
Sift Away sells for $19.99 plus shipping and handling. If you want to see more of the Does It Really Work products that we've tested, like the Aqua Dog and Zap Light, visit our website and search Does It Really Work. Visitors to North Dakota state parks will see an increase in fees over the next couple of months. The daily vehicle pass will increase $2 from $5 to $7 starting August 1st. It hadn't been increased for 17 years until the legislature took action this year. The annual pass is also going up by $10 from $25 to $35. Having a roof over your head is a basic part of life for most people, but a lack of low-income housing is making that goal difficult to those who have the least. At a panel tonight, community members and low-income housing professionals discuss the challenges of meeting the demand for housing when faced with fewer and fewer options. Those barriers force many into homelessness, getting them stuck in a cycle of challenges.
It all starts with a home. It's very difficult to be able to make progress in other areas in your life if you don't have a stable home to go to every night. And so we want to make sure that we're lifting up that issue in our community and working with others to bring that about.
Churches United estimates that there's between 700 to 750 homeless people on the street every night in the Fargo-Moorhead area.